You know, my mom is very special. I can't tell you in the amount of time that we have left just how special she really is. But let me give you just a quick snapshot. You know, this is a lady who, you know, had a kid when she was 19 years old. My mom is 19 years and 11 months older than me. And she took that kid and went to Chicago, left Tennessee by herself, and found a babysitter while she was working hard. She was working hard, and she's been working hard all her life. But let me tell you what determination can do. My mom married a wonderful man who raised me and my brother, who came along 10 years later. And she cleaned houses. She worked for every movie star in LA, in Hollywood. And, you know, she always taught me something. She said when she goes shopping for the movie stars, she said, one for them. Now let me tell you something. My parents bought a home. They bought a home in an all-Caucasian neighborhood back in 1949, and we had our own house in our backyard and something. You know, we take all that for granted, but let me tell you, that was a big deal then. That was a big deal, because they wasn't supposed to have a house, and they definitely weren't supposed to have one in that neighborhood. All right, then we moved to Compton in a very brand new house in 1951, I believe, 51, 52, something like that. That house was built. And let me just tell you this. My dad had something like 16 brothers and sisters, and they all lived in Mississippi. Now, we had a 3-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. But let me tell you this. Every one of those brothers and sisters who came to California lived in that house to get their start. Every one of them. That's who she is, you know. They didn't have a job, but she was able to provide for them with the money she made being a cook, being a housekeeper. My mom is a special lady. I thought we were rich because I never wanted for anything. You know, they used to call me Cadillac John because I had a brand new Cadillac. It was hers, but I drove it to school every day. When my dad died, she couldn't drive, so I got to drive around, and I had a brand new Cadillac every year. But let me tell you something. All I ever had to do was say I wanted, and my mom always provided it. People said, John, he don't be no good because she spoiled that boy. He don't even have to work. But you know what? I was determined. Anything I did wrong, I always heard my mother's voice saying, don't do that. The last thing I did wrong, my cop buddies are gone, I think. I think the statute of limitations has run out. The last thing that I did wrong was I stole some hubcaps. And you know, I came home and I looked at my mama. I said, wait a minute, I got to take these back. It's amazing I didn't get busted taking them back. Because I said I was not going to ever do anything wrong that would make my mom unhappy. And I never did. You know, she told me all I want you to do is get an education, go to college and all that. And I did all of those things that she wanted me to do. I went to school, went to college. My brother, now this is just a single mom cleaning houses. My brother graduated from the University, Seattle University. And, you know, I graduated from a whole lot of schools. You know? But I finally did graduate from USC several times. But my mom is just a special giving person, giving. It's no wonder I became a social worker because my mom gave to everybody. Now, I won't tell you about the time I went to visit her, and I was director of social service for South Central LA. And I was in charge of the cheese program, and I went to get some water out the refrigerator. I saw some cheese up in there. I said, Mama, you can't have this cheese in your refrigerator. I'm in charge of the cheese. I said, if the LA Times find that, we gonna be in the paper. I said, you gotta get off that cheese. You don't need no cheese. My brother and I take good care of you. Pay plenty money. You don't need to go get no cheese. She said, everybody else is getting some. But again, I just want to thank you folks for coming here to show appreciation for my mom, because my mom has given so much to so many people, and you know, she has just been unbelievable as a single parent, as a married parent. She's unbelievable. Then when my dad died when I was 15 and Don was 5, and she had to do it by herself, but she did it. You know, and she always, that lets me know that there is nothing like stick-to-itiveness. Having the ability to look beyond whatever your horizon is at that particular moment and understand that the light at the end of the tunnel is never a train. And my mom has always been there. She taught us that, and I think that we have proven her correct with our success. So thank you folks all for coming today to share that with us, you know, because there's only one of her, and there'll never be another one like it. My brother want to say something. He's a quiet guy. Say something, Don. Talk.
Yeah, I'm glad you all came today to appreciate my mom.
That's all right. You don't have to say
Who have made major sacrifices for us to be successful. You know, she pushed us and taught us wrong for right, and gave us the drive to be successful and to become educated. And with that, you know, I was able to achieve and get my master's from UCLA, all because of a little young lady who worked so hard to push us so hard. And I want to thank her for that. And my brother as well, you know. Being after my dad died, for him being there for me as well. And I want to thank you guys for taking part and being part of our day today. Thank you.
Let me just say one more thing. My brother is a special guy, just like my mom. He has a greater heart. Even I was a social worker, but his heart is really. He's a scientist, but he's a scientist with a big heart. You know, Don has made it possible for my mom to live these 90 years. You know. Give me a minute. Don lives in proximity to my mom, and I live over here, but I never have to worry about my mom because Don is always there. You know, he's right down the street, and he's always been there to take her to her appointments and do whatever's necessary. He's taken a major load all of his adult life. He's been there. Now, he's her favorite. I always felt, I mean, he's just doing what he should do. But she's always said she loves us both equally. And, you know, if she loved him a little bit more, I would say this, he deserved it. So again, join me in a toast with my mom and just say, here, Mom, thank you for a job well done. And thank you.